Happy New Year, Refuelers. As you know, 2019 was a year that was packed full of your accomplishments and plenty of well-deserved recognition as you again fueled the fight worldwide. The 117th flew nearly 3,500 accident-free hours while offloading over 18 million pounds of fuel around the globe. Additionally, our Intel Squadron spent 3,313 hours on mission and was credited with bringing 42 high-value targets to their ultimate justice. Great job. As I've promised, 2020 will also be packed full of challenges, changes, opportunities, and unprecedented mission requirements. Speaking of changes, even the name of our installation recently changed. With the help of one of our many great friends in our United States Congressional Delegation, Senator Doug Jones, we are now officially Sumpter Smith Joint National Guard Base. This name preserves the history of one of our wing's forefathers, Colonel Sumpter Smith, and it more accurately describes the joint nature of this installation and its 1,825 airmen and soldiers that call this base home. Our 2020 calendar is already busting at the seams, starting with a very unique dynamic force employment exercise. In February, we will begin that road to war for the March kinetic piece that will challenge the entire wing to perform the full spectrum of our air refueling mission. And it will be done without the benefit of many of our systems and utilities that we depend upon daily. Yes, another opportunity to use your innovative skills to make the mission happen under less than ideal conditions. In May, we may possibly take the wing to Gulfport, Mississippi for our annual training event that we now know as Vulcan. However, with the high volume of our deployments and other events in 2020, it may be a bit too much. Your squadron leadership will be asking you at this UTA what you think. Based on your input, we will then make the go or no-go decision about Vulcan in late January. In midsummer, we will have a capstone event and evaluation of our wing's effectiveness as determined by Air Mobility Command in what they call a UEI. Please continue to support and enhance those multitude of complicated processes that we use every day. Our only enemy in this arena is undetected noncompliance. We have evolved well beyond the days of covering up who or what is wrong or broken. It's now our culture to identify problems, correct the issue, and document that entire process. That pretty much goes for anything at the 117th, and we're a much better wing because of it. In early fall, barring any other world events, we will project the force multiplying capabilities of the 117th to an Oconus location yet to be determined. During a first ever large-scale dynamic force employment and readiness exercise, we will use tactics, techniques, and procedures of our mission support team. This is going to be a big deal, and it will be a valid test of our force employment. In the past, we have been deliberately challenging ourselves here locally in order to refine those skills to be able to take the fight on the road. And now, we will take it out of the country and off the grid. Challenge your squadrons, your shops, and yourselves personally to be ready for that incredible challenge. After return from overseas, we will again host our families and support networks for an afternoon of fun and fellowship, or what we call our Family Day event, showing appreciation to the ones that make our worldwide job possible. We can only hope for better weather this year, not that a dunking booth wasn't fun in 40-degree rain. As members of the greatest Air Force in the world, we are blessed to have received a great deal of individual specialized training, much of it obviously revolving around aviation or aviation support. I believe that it is our responsibility to assist our community whenever possible. And I'm very excited about a community service endeavor being sponsored by one of our community partners, the Southern Museum of Flight. As you may know, the museum will be moving to a much larger location near the Barbers Motor Speedway. The museum's current property will be transformed into an aviation academy for high school age youth. This is a high visibility workforce development project, and we are uniquely gifted to assist in a great way. This project is just starting to take shape, and it is very important to our city's youth and the aviation industry in Alabama. The 117th has appointed a committee to spearhead the wing's participation. So stay tuned, as you will be certainly seeing some opportunities for individuals in your squadron to be a part of a challenging community outreach project. Speaking of challenges, it's no secret that the tough obstacles that we face don't just come from our operational enemies. Every day, I am made aware of and deal with, along with an awesome leadership team, personal tragedies across the base. Our support staff, as well as our squadron, group, and wing leadership, spend countless hours assisting some of our airmen in their darkest hour. But I also want to thank you, the wingmen, for the phenomenal job that you do looking out for each other. You are our wing's first responders in this area, and you have done an outstanding job. Thank you. On that note, being a good wingman also carries a responsibility of being the voice of reason to each other in order to ensure sound judgment. This ultimately preserves the high standards that are required for membership in the 117th. This may be required of you at an awkward moment, but your leadership expects this, and it is the right thing to do. There's never a wrong time to do the right thing. We have a great thing going on here at the 117th, and it's obvious when you consider your accomplishments, your climate surveys, our esprit de corps, our 100+% manning level, and our collective ability to get the job done, anytime and anywhere. It's also a testament to our positive and inclusive culture that events like our wing picnic at Oak Mountain State Park and the base family day are now traditions on the 117th calendar. Refuelers, we are not the same wing as we were 10 or even 5 years ago. We continue to improve in performance, culture, and notoriety worldwide, but we can always be better. I feel that we are on a terrific vector, and it's up to each one of us to sustain it. We are warriors back on mission. We are taking care of people, and we're developing tomorrow's leaders. It is my honor to be your commander every single day. Keep up the great work.